want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And Lance going to throw. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Shot, 17. Trouble, 38. Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5.
The Bengal pressure. 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And a nice move will use.
Because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Osa Odighizuwa.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Ready, set.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Green jacket. Blue striking. Set, Hunt.
And Lance now to throw.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's
just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
taking it about the 16. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 10.
Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he takes us.
Now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11 MT tank. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
12.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Striker, 3-3. White. Ready.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Claws red. Ready.
Now Lance.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down inside the 30.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
1st down. Here's Burrow.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ready.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And he's going to be intercepted a third.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Lance now on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
An inside give to Jones. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ready.
On first down, Lance. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Set. Hut. 5. 97. Blaster. 6. Needle blue. Hut. Hut.
From midfield, here's Lance. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
In motion right is Addison.
Fury, yellow. Black Ultra. Ready.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flush to his right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now it's Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
11 MT. 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now they're in the hurry-up.
22 needle. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
11. Shot.
Here's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards there, a first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 1, right?
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Shot.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 1, ready?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
11. Shot.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Running right, here's Brown. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. as he ran off the field after making that play. We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll air this one out for Mims. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball,
here we go.
The manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
11. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing until the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
12.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
11 MT. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase.
This is intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
Here we go. Ready?
One final try now for Lance.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll